For me, like, when I saw that, then I was like, oh, she has momentum.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, damn, maybe she can do it or whatever. And then I found myself kind of getting excited too. But people were so mad that I said that, but I don't think people understood what I really meant. It's like he gets shot and then he does this with blood on his face. That's a hard image to beat.
That's a hard image to beat. What's up? Welcome. Yeah, that was loud.
Light skin trying to make us
So this week in White Supremacy. Oh, it's a light skin takeover, Miracle. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, round number.
It's a light skin takeover now, Miracle. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. My name is Jasiri X. I'm co-founder and CEO of One Hood Media. And not to my right this time, but across from me, we have...
It's a miracle.
The main attraction.
You know, it's Mayhem Miracle, always standing on business, never outnumbered.
Even if it's bad business?
Standing 10 toes down, 24/7, 365.
Okay.
You know, it's your girl Miracle, aka Big Blessing.
But please just bring the mic.
Yeah, you gotta get closer to the mic.
You know what?
I know you're not in your normal seat, but
Mics are light skinned. They're forming against me.
Wow.
Anyway, you're not light skinned, right?
Yes, NLS.
Yes.
Treble, not light skinned.
Yes.
It's your boy Treble NLS, next level shaman. You already know.
All right, then you're
Never like supremacy.
You're gonna bring the peace between this war.
Yes.
This color war that we're
try. Because I'm like in
that
the
y'all started.
You are in the middle. You're in the
Yeah.
You're in the middle between the twins, right? And
Yeah,
you know the
facts.
the other person. What's your acronym today, my brother?
Who am I? Just a goddamn sugar. Full-time supervillain, part-time hater, supreme Asiatic, intelligently divine, the toxic one from Toronto, the gorgeous gaslighter, all of that.
Okay. Gave himself a bomb. And we have a special guest on the show.
Yes, we do.
Coming from Philly, from across the state. Mona, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, everybody. My name is Don't Call Me White Girl, comedian, social media influencer, hood rat first, mom directly after. Happy to be here in Pittsburgh.
Yes. And we're happy to have you. And you were telling us, like, you one day just went to the internet. And I guess, so you somebody that was always like using social media, and kind of your personality was attracting people. But you weren't sure whether you were going to be serious about it. But you went to social media and you said, like, God, should I do this? And that was like the beginning of this, you know, podcast career that's generated millions of views and all of these different viral moments.
Yeah. I had like, I would always be online. Like, I'm a shit talker naturally since I was a kid.
Got you.
So, and I'm an Aquarius. I think we're we're definitely different.
February Aquarius?
Of course.
Come
I
on,
always
that's
say
the best.
January Aquariuses are like burgers without cheese. They're good burgers, but it's like, where's the cheese, right?
That's funny.
No shade.
No, I'm with it. February Aquarius? Yes. That's me too.
Are you a February Aquarius?
Yeah,
I
February
know I like
15th.
you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm the 12th. See, we right, but we gotta hang out.
Come on.
No, but I was always a crook in my adult, like growing up. I was like back and forth in and out of jail or whatever. But I would have social media and I would be talking my shit. And I would always delete it because hear me, any crooks listening, no good crook posts on social media all the time.
fact.
It's just
Correct.
fucking crazy,
Correct.
right? And what happened was, my girlfriends, like my friends, would say, girl, these people looking for you. Because people would say, yo, where the white girl at? Where the funny girl? Where her page or whatever? And I started thinking about it. But honestly, where I come from the ghetto.
You said North Philly.
North Philly. I'm from North Philly. I'm from a family of all women, not a lot of men. Women have any success that women have in my family is because they're educated. A lot of nurses in the family.
Right.
And you don't dream in the ghetto. You like figure out your place and you stay in that place.
True.
And it's like I made mistakes early, so I always felt like that was my place. So when I would think of like this thing, it was just fear. Like it was just like fear and like no confidence in it or whatever. And my dream was to like be a homeowner. And I was in a relationship with this guy, and you know, he worked a lot, he made a lot of money, and we bought this big house. And I'm walking around the house, and I didn't feel like I thought I would feel. Like I thought I would feel like,
I made it.
With my 2,500 square feet, my fence, my whole family was like, girl, don't lose that man. They didn't know people whooping my ass or what, but they were like, everybody was proud of me, and I didn't have that experience coming up,
Absolutely.
And I just didn't feel good about it. Like I felt like I ain't doing this his house. You know what I mean?
Something was missing.
You'll find somebody young with perky titties, and like, what the fuck am I going to do? And I literally said it. It's real though. It's real though.
That's you over there.
No shade to
You're
the
scrolling
women.
right now, huh, Farouk?
I mean, hey,
Oh shit.
who am I just to get all them sugar?
No shade to the women that are blessed to have love and they could stay home and the guy works or whatever. But
Yeah.
for me, it didn't feel stable. It didn't feel like I'm okay. This is forever or whatever. And I just said it. I'm like, God, can you? It's so crazy. I remember the time. It was like 10:40, and I was like, God, can you just show me like if I'm supposed? Because it felt corny. Like to talk to your phone and crack a joke felt kind of corny to
Right.
me. Even though I would do it, I still felt weird,
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, can you just show me like if I'm supposed to do this? Like God, like just show me, give me some kind of sign, And I put out 2 videos, one about a friend fashion show, and one about ugly babies. And the video about ugly kids, got 3.5 million views. My first try, I got 3 million views.
Wow.
That's hard.
That's crazy. I get chills talking about it. Sounds so corny, sound like made up, but that's exactly what the fuck happened.
Absolutely.
And the truth is, it had to happen like that. Because if I would have got 50,000 views, I would have blamed it on, they just curious about like, am I black? Because I'm so pale, or they just, it's my accent or whatever, It had to be extreme like that where I'm like, yo, these people like me. They like what I said. They like what I just did. And I just started doing it. I just started going viral. And say what I decided was like, bitch, at first it felt like a hustle. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I was like tricking people. Like, these motherfuckers are paying me to talk shit, And then I kind of figured out like why, So I did everything. I did, that was September 2018. I did stand up by December.
Yeah.
I did podcasting by November.
Right.
Like it was nothing that came across my desk. Motherfucker said, you do stand up? Yeah, what? Yes, I ain't know nothing about no stand up.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I never did a podcast. I just was like, yeah, I got it. And I would go do my thing and it just worked.
And just like you said, it's kind of like you're just showing your real personality, your real life experiences.
This is exactly who I am.
And so
Unfortunately.
so then like, or when you hit like podcast and stand up, is that when you're like actually like making money now? I mean, is it like,
Fuck no. I mean,
or you just kind of, you were just getting your name out there initially?
my first stand-up show I did for free. And this is crazy. I do the stand-up show for free. I'm infamous for getting my social media pages deleted. I don't know why. They think I'm vulgar. It's crazy. And I was kind of scared. So I didn't really want to tell people, but I would like say it on, like I would be on somebody's page and I would go, I'm doing a comedy show. So in December, I do this show. The guy put me on first. Mind you, me and this guy had just met each other. My grandmother was his grandfather's side bitch.
Oh,
so
shit.
we were related and we met each other in our 30s.
Wow.
And he was like trying, like, yo, you should do this or whatever. So I do it. I'm the first person on stage. I kill. I don't even know how to get off stage. Somebody in the back passes out. I run off stage. When I run off stage, I kid you not, everybody in the crowd came to take a picture with me.
Wow.
So the other comedians didn't have anybody to tell a joke.
Oh,
to.
that's tough.
I sold that show.
wow.
I did.
I know they was tight.
Damn.
I know they was tight.
And I don't know. I'm sure they were tight because it's already male dominated or whatever.
Yeah.
And I shit on a lot of men, but not on purpose. It's just, But
We're used to that on this podcast.
Violent. They earn. Do I need to give her a rundown on what y'all do? Do I need to? Okay.
We're all pretty.
I didn't say anything. I was chilling.
We be out there.
The evil.
Yes. We be out there.
And he came the next day. He gave me $50. He's like, I gotta give you something because I sold every ticket. And I counted like, bitch, he just gave you $50, and it was this amount of people in there. Like, you let him scam you. So then after that, I kind of like start, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I will always get numbers online. So the first way I made money was promotion.
Right.
I'll promote your business, and back then I'll promote your weed. You got weed pack. I ain't give a fuck.
Straight like
Whatever
that.
you had, I would post that shit, and we would go up or whatever. But that's where I originally started making money, like promotion or whatever. But it's a lane for money. If you a hustler, you can make some money with this shit. Cause I would go viral. I would make a t-shirt. I would throw the saying on a shirt, put the motherfuckers in the trunk, get on my page, and it would be like, they just want to meet you. They don't give a fuck what they give you. Oh, $20 for a shirt. Cool. They want to see you.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So I remember I did a Mother's Day event called Fuck Them Kids.
Oh shit.
And I would just pack shit. Like
Michael Jordan was there, like on.
I've never not even like not sold out a show. Like I've never, you know what I mean? Like I don't do huge venues, you know. But I don't. They people. You know. I know my people, and I feed them. That's what I do. I stay in my lane with my people because I see the way where I could take care of my family like that. You know what I mean?
And podcasting now, like you moved to where you have your, you know, you were on different podcasts. You know, you were on $1 Million Worth of Game. You did the Breakfast Club as well. So I mean, how do you compare that now to like that? The difference between like being with a group or now like you're on your own podcast.
Well, what a lot of people don't know is before I did $1 Million Worth of Game, I did my own podcast, and nobody watched it but me and my cousins. And I did it, but I did it. Like I made sure I looked cute every week. I had a guest every week. I had a theme like a topic every week. Like I, you know, so I knew what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do when I did it again.
Right.
And then the $1 Million Worth of Game and all, because I've done 85 South. There's not really a podcast that's popping I haven't done.
Right.
Poor Minds, 85 South.
Yeah.
And shout out to them because I fuck with them. The $1 Million Worth of Game thing was probably the biggest.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of male fans. Like Deion, I talked to Deion Sanders on the phone. Shaq say, where's she at? Shit like that. Like that happened from then. But for me, I just feel like my personality is so big. Because even with this podcast, right now I have somebody that sits with me. Shout out to my nigga Phelps.
Yes.
But it was never really the plan. Like I never really saw myself with a co-host kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Like with me, Gil and Wallow, we would fight for it because we so big, you know?
Right.
They know how to play off each other.
Yeah.
And with me, it was just like fitting in kind of. And then you a girl. So you kind of, Gil will tell you, bitch, shut the fuck up. He don't give a fuck. So it's like, you're in like a place with that, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't have a lot of interest in the Breakfast Club because it's like that shit been going on for years.
Right.
My girl been sitting there forever. I knew she was leaving months before it happened. I knew, like, you know, Charlamagne was open about wanting me to come up and who he wanted to try out, but I knew it really wasn't for me. I just feel like the type of person I am, it had to be new, it got to be fresh. And I'm not against the co-host thing, but for the most part, I need to have one thing where it's just me talking my shit. Because I can sit down for an hour and a half and talk to people without a fucking problem, without somebody sitting to piggyback off of, you know what I mean? I mean, you got Fresh and Fit is 30 niggas on the podcast. It's like,
facts.
you know,
that's
30 corny niggas.
Yeah, that shit is
real
whack as
shit.
fuck. Cornballs, you know what I'm saying?
Bruce is that because he likes to fight.
So, but you have been like, what's been interesting is because you've had some clips kind of go viral recently around politics, right? I saw you kind of like ran down Donald Trump and hit the whole sexual assault piece that kind of went viral. I saw that being shared a lot. So like, are you thinking about like, because this moment is so big, like that you have to talk about politics, or is that something you've always been interested in?
Like we talked about earlier, I was like raised militant, kinda.
Okay, me too. Come on. Light skinned militant.
Yeah, really. And I mean, they used to call me Anthony Davis when I was a kid. You know, or Ramona Africa, the girl from the Move Moment.
Yep. I know Ramona.
Free Mumia too.
Absolutely.
And for me, if I could choose, I wouldn't. Like honestly, it's like it hurts me to watch black people die and shit like that. I hate it. You know, like and it's my reality. Like a lot of my friends are dead. You know. So it's like it's just a lot, but it's like I cannot help but to tell you. So like for the Donald Trump thing, what he's referencing is I made a video explaining how Donald Trump these little girls, and it's a known thing, you know, on the teenage island.
Because you were reading from like the court documents, like you were reading from the court documents. Yeah,
this is a fact.
Yeah,
Donald Trump these teenagers, and he's at a teenage place. What's the guy's name?
Yeah, Epstein Island.
Epstein's Island or whatever.
Teenage rape place.
I mean, that's
crazy.
what the fuck.
That's what it was. Yeah, I mean, that's really what it was.
Why are you there?
Yeah, why are you there?
You know what I mean?
He has like, I think it's like 40, 50 pictures with Epstein. Like they were friends. That was his man.
I mean, so many people was on that island.
True. Was it Clinton was on there too?
Yeah, Chris Tucker. I mean,
oh yeah.
And we talking about Chris Tucker that wouldn't do Friday too because of cussing. I don't want to cuss too much and smoke joints, so I'm gonna
I don't know.
like a bitch.
But Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a bridge too far.
You ruined.
Everybody has their red line.
You ruined a great sequel. You ruined it. I mean, thank God for Mike Epps. You know,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Could've
Yeah,
fucked that up for
hilarious.
us.
That is hilarious.
Jesus Christ, fam.
Sometimes you do so much evil, you gotta put a little bit of good just to balance it out.
Like,
Wow.
but, for me, I just can't help it. Like, I can't. And it's like to hear black people say, because to me, in the hood, it's totally normal to hear a nigga say, I could cuss, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you passed that line anyway.
Yeah.
But come on.
But
No,
yeah, I'll do it for you. Fuck.
It's
Yeah.
totally,
There you go.
it's totally fucking normal to hear somebody in the ghetto say, "Oh shit, when Trump was in office, we had bread.
That's a
nigga.
fact. Yeah.
We had man PUA,
shit.
PPP," and it's like, bro, those were scams. Like,
Yes.
he didn't give you anything.
Come on,
No.
man.
Niggas went to prison for those.
Come
scams.
on. Come on.
Shit.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
They people that didn't listen to your advice, they was doing fraud and on Instagram showing
Yeah.
all of the money.
yeah,
All of the outfits.
LLC.
What was my man from Brooklyn? The pastor?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yo, the scamming pastor? Yo, man. Yo.
I forgot his name.
I don't know, but he brought the Lord into it.
He
That
went
was-
viral from his closet.
He did, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He go
viral
good job,
from his closet.
which is a
That's
crazy
what
thing to
started
say.
It.
Yeah.
That's what started it from all
Yeah.
the Gucci suits. he
Yeah,
wear.
Yeah.
yeah, And God was
And
like,
then
keep
they,
playing
and
with
then
me.
they ran in the church and robbed him. Remember?
But even
I mean, that was an insurance fraud. That
that's
was
what we thought. We thought
Yeah.
that was a setup.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, no nobody.
That nigga ran a grift with the Bible.
Yeah, yeah.
That was,
But anytime, I mean, come on.
Everybody, never mind.
But you gonna take. I mean, but taking from old ladies is
yeah. That's
Common.
come on.
Yeah,
man.
that was nasty work.
Yeah.
That was
Very
that was
common.
That's crazy
work.
Yeah, common, but crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but again, like you do have black people. It's wild when you think about how crazy 2020 was, and the
2020 was not a real year.
It
Like
almost
we
doesn't seem
need to
that
get
way.
that one back
Fact.
because
I
like,
enjoyed it.
did you?
I enjoyed the
That's that
scams.
Aquarius. Come on,
I
we was in the house,
staying in the
having
house.
fun. Like
That part was great.
Yeah,
Yes.
that part was
Staying in the house was
I
great.
enjoy people not coming up
Outside
to
every
me.
day.
oh yeah.
I
After
didn't
May.
go outside.
After
I
May, we were
At,
outside.
at one hood, we were outside.
I
Yeah.
Working every day.
Yeah.
I listen.
We were.
Yeah.
But no, like I did the first Black Lives Matter rally ever in the state of Delaware.
Oh, wow.
I did the first one.
Okay.
And I felt 6 foot tall. I walked home from that shit. Like I never forget how it felt or whatever. I was scared to death. And I remember I kept thinking when we get to the part where the police come, like move, like get the fuck out of here, because you don't do that in Delaware. You don't play around. I remember the mayor lifted bridges so nobody could get in and out.
Oh, wow.
He didn't want Philly people to come. It was crazy. And I remember thinking when the police come, like, get the fuck up, get out. I'm getting up. Like, I ain't ready. Like, I'm not getting it disorderly. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know how much of an activist I am because I am leaving.
Yeah.
And I think Yandy was viral then for like getting smacked by the police. I'm like, bitch,
Pepper spray.
Yeah.
hell no. As soon as they pull that spray out, I'm gonna leave. I'm out of here. I'm okay on the way out.
Yeah.
But I think that my grandmother told me I would be an activist at 21. I was fresh out the feds, and I remember thinking this nigga's crazy. But now I see where it could happen at because I just can't help it. Like now I think about like constantly. I think, I just want to go outside and feed the homeless. I just want to go outside and talk to the people all the time. I'm obsessed with this lady named Shirley. She has a nonprofit called Beauty for the Streets, and she would give wigs out to homeless people because she would say people forget that you want to look pretty when you're homeless. She was homeless before, but stuff like that. I just feel like I'm being gravitated towards it. You know what I mean?
And that's that Aquarius shit. I feel like Aquarians
Definitely,
are the humanitarians of the zodiac.
We're going to say the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it
when I was
is.
a crook, I was very much like Robin Hood. Like
shit.
fed
I respect
them
that. I was
niggas.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm the same way.
Like even without like I don't know, I give it to the people. Like if I know about it, I'm gonna tell them. Any way to come up, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna share it.
Absolutely.
But I just think that's natural in me or whatever. So I don't necessarily want to, but I think it's probably gonna happen. I can't help it.
Yeah, again, I do think that's the Aquarius. So now we have a moment where, again,
We got a crook running for office who might.
Yeah.
oh, he's trying to stop it. But I was going to say we also have, a black woman, right? We have a black woman in Kamala Harris that has an opportunity to, make history for black women. So how do you see and we're in Pennsylvania, we're in this state that's a swing state that's could go either way. We went for Trump in 2016, went for Biden in 2020. How do you see this rise of Kamala Harris, and do you see yourself as somebody encouraging people to get out there?
That's hard for me.
Yeah.
voting, like, you know, I've been a felon since 2019 or like since I was like 19 or 20.
Right.
So I've never felt like, I mean, felons can't vote. I mean, you know, so it's like, for me, voting, it didn't always seem like I understood why people felt like it didn't matter.
Yeah,
Whether
yeah,
you
yeah,
did it
yeah,
or not,
yeah.
nobody gives a fuck or whatever. Just being a black person in this country, period. But then it's like, it's hard not to look at my ancestors and like how much they went through. It's like nobody gonna go through shit like that for nothing. And I understand they laid down for like us or whatever.
Right.
So for me, I gotta tell the people to like do what you could do or whatever, because I feel like you have to, especially locally. Like, you know what I mean? Like you should know who the fuck is running and what's going on locally and shit. I think that it's important for people like me to tell the streets that you need people like me.
Yeah.
You know, to tell people that, because it's just that's just how it is. The motherfucker they trust where you from. If you from where they from, you talk how they talk. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You had some motherfucking college graduates saying, "Oh, you could do this," for just like, no, like you don't even, they don't even register to you. Don't know what we live, how we live. You know, I grew up across the street from an alleyway, and it was pimps on my block, so I would watch people get the dick sucks and take a shit, all kind of shit. Like that's when I looked out the window and saw 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. So it's like, imagine how my mind works around the country and how the country works.
Yeah.
Right? Cause I know the inner workings of the hood, cause that's its own economy.
100%.
Shit.
And it's an economy that I figured out how to like get on top of. Like, okay, I'm out here with the gorillas and I'm doing okay. You know what I mean? When you had that kind of experience or going to jail or whatever, or just like my probation officer sexually assaulted me. You know what I mean? I had COs try to fuck me. I'm 20 years old. They trying to fuck me for chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. You want chocolate milk? If you come back here. I mean, that's my experience. So it's like, you know, it's just hard to like buy into other shit here. You know?
1,000%.
I think if you're impacted by the justice system, it's very difficult to look at in a politician and say, "What are you doing for me specifically?"
Right.
Right. Like, what are you going to do to improve my
Locking you
life?
up. That's what they doing.
That's
You
the
know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so and it's important to say that, like, in Pennsylvania, felons can vote. So that's a demographic that politicians don't even feel that they need to reach out to.
It's a piece, right? What is it, Miracle? Like, you have to be off of
Something
like probation.
wow.
You have to be off, so you know you have to be like boots on the ground. So you can't be like serving a house arrest.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't be living in a halfway house, like serving time.
Do you have to have years away from the felony?
You just gotta be done.
Okay.
You just gotta be done. Your paper's done. You're not serving fed time.
And even if you have like fines or fees, that doesn't impact you in Pennsylvania.
We are not Florida.
Okay, got you.
We're
Got
this
you.
close to being Florida.
Yeah, we're close. Yeah, yeah.
But we are not Florida, and you just can't have you know, if you're a felon who, you know, was scamming the government for election, you gotta wait 4 years.
Okay, got
And
you.
after 4 years,
Election fraud is 4 years.
like election related crime, you gotta wait 4 years. to
Okay.
vote.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all the felons, you can vote. There's the Western Power, there's FAM, there is a Coalition for Parole Justice. And you also go to vote.pa.gov, and they have a section on that as well. And I do think that Pennsylvania does not do enough to let people know that they are.
no.
that they
Absolutely.
can vote.
Right.
Yeah, because that was the thing. I remember, like, when I was locked up, and just a lot of other people around me. That's kind of the consensus. Like, we can't vote, so it doesn't matter,
Or even if you vote, it doesn't count.
or it doesn't count, right? Or it doesn't count. So it's like, you know, people like us, we are oftentimes the most impacted by all of the legislation across the board. Like,
absolutely.
unilaterally, we're the groups that are the most impacted. We're the groups that are most affected, and the people that are listened to the least by politicians. And there are certain politicians, and specifically, I know in Pittsburgh, you can vote for judges. And like you said, the local elections, like you were just talking about, that is so important, because people that have records, people that come from impacted situations, that are in and out of jail, that still have a right, that can get to the ballot box, you can literally change how sentences are distributed down to the people that look like us in our communities by voting for your judges.
Yeah.
And we're one of the very few states in the country that has that power to be able to go in and say, you know what, yo, this nigga locked up my man for 15 years over some bullshit. Get him the fuck off the bench.
Look at all the stuff that went into like removing the woman who gave Meek Mill.
Right.
Remember the judge that just kept him on parole
For
all
10
that
years.
time?
Yeah.
And then it was like when it came, wasn't he trying to like get him to rap on some gospel song or some crazy shit?
She stopped court in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Nikki came to court with him that day. She said, I want to see you in the chambers right now. He comes to the chamber. Bring your girlfriend. Bring my girlfriend. So Nikki comes. and she pitches, you need to do a song with Boyz II Men.
Right.
Boyz II
That
Men
is
ain't been out
wild.
for 25 years.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
crazy.
They just had a proper reunion. You
They
see
did
that?
just have a reunion.
Yeah, they just had everybody was on stage together.
Because the
Why
deep voice
the
nigga just
fuck?
came back.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I doing a song with
It's a fact.
fucking, but it's corrupt like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I know judges that would say, count the birds.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your sentence. Like that's a
Oh,
fucking
shit.
joke.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
I know judges
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
They just
So-
pull sentences out of anywhere, and they're just saying, like, the judges get behind that with the gavel, and they get the superiority complex, and you're fucking playing with people's lives.
Real
You
shit.
know what I mean? Like,
And we're doing, did you want to talk about our judicial work, Miracle? Because we are doing a lot of.
We are. And again, in Pennsylvania, we elect every single one of our judges from
Yeah.
your magistrates to your Pennsylvania Supreme Court. All those judges are elected. Next year, we have 7 judges in the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Here in the Allegheny County area, we got Superior Court, Supreme Court, all those people getting elected.
Yes.
So we will be doing some like rollouts because we think it's very important that people know that because like these judges are racist. You can fire
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
People don't understand you can report judges to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court as well when they're racist or they're disrespectful.
Yeah.
You can file complaints on judges. You like go to the manager. And people need to realize that like we hold the power and these people really bring chaos and disorder to our lives and our communities, and we have to understand that we can push back and fight back.
I mean, but
against that.
I'm sorry. The issue is to me is like, how the fuck you know that? Like you go to high school,
yeah.
you don't learn
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
learn anything that helps you in real life. You don't learn credit. You don't learn nothing. Half of us get our first credit card in the mail in 12th grade.
100%.
Motherfucker don't tell you nothing about
you're
it.
going to max it out. after-
Max
yeah,
that
yeah,
bitch
yeah.
out with
Yep.
sneakers and sweatsuits. That's what you do.
Absolutely.
And then some kind of way you get into the situation, you pulled over or whatever, you get into the situation legally, and you here, and it's the fucking government against you. That's what it says.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This versus
Yeah. The state of Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth of
Yeah, it's
Pennsylvania
crazy.
versus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
intimidated at
Yeah,
the fucking
absolutely.
discovery with your name
Yeah.
on it.
And,
These niggas gun for you. Like
Yeah.
I remember when I got indicted, like, yo, they made me sound like the Terminator.
Yeah.
Of course.
That it was so
All the
deep.
charges is trumped up. Yeah.
It was so deep. And at the time I lived in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I remember I went to jail and it was only white black I saw were inmates. Every guard was white. They didn't have any Muslim services, no khimars, no prayer rug. I'm praying on towels and shit. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like you don't, I mean, what the fuck are you supposed to do in those situations?
Yeah.
Oh, you go to the law library, you educate myself. You don't understand that
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, and that's why it's so common to plea out. That's why cash bail is a
Absolutely.
fucking scam.
Yeah, come on.
It's like, I go to jail, I'm already poor.
Right.
Especially if I go to jail trying to make some money.
Yeah.
Right? I'm selling weed, I stole Nike coats, whatever.
Victimless crimes.
Oh, victimless crime.
Come on.
And
Farouk loves crime.
I
by
love
the way.
crime, man. I fucking love crime.
He's a-
I'm trying to make some bread, right?
Yeah.
I go to jail and my bail is $10,000.
Right. And you got to put 10% of that down.
You got to put that down
That's if you even have it.
if you have
If you
it.
got to go to a bail bondsman who's going to fuck the whole shit up for you if you don't, you know what I mean? Come on.
Now, damn, Khalif Broder.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why his story is so important.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because he's a kid. And he was a different kind of kid because he had like gangbang young and knew that he quit. He
Yeah.
didn't like it. I dropped out. That's what made his time so hard. That's why he was kicking his fucking ass
Yeah.
up there.
Because he got out the gang. Yeah.
Some kind of way during his 3 years, it's on camera, him getting his ass whipped by COs and
Yeah.
inmates. He's innocent. He's charged with taking a book bag
Taking a
from
backpack.
foreign
Yeah.
guy.
At 16 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the middle of the case, the foreign guy goes back to his country. They don't even have a witness. He's sitting in jail 3 years as
In
a
Rikers.
fucking child,
Yep.
getting fucking torture every day.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about torture. Like one of his one things went viral that happened to him. He was like in a room by himself, but they were like fighting. And they broke it up, and you could see like 12 or 13 guys hit the door, and they all go in the room. Imagine being in a room, they separate you from these niggas trying to whoop your ass, and you can watch them try to get in the door, and they get in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine your heart and your nut. Like, okay, I'm about to die now.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that's not on purpose. Like niggas ain't let him in.
No, 100%.
Because they didn't like him. And you got to
Yeah.
think he was a certain kind of kid because he could have pled out. He would have got probation or whatever. But I did not do this. I'm not saying I did
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He was traumatized. And he comes home and his case is so big. Jay-Z looking into all these people looking at it. He kills himself.
Right.
Because his brain is fried.
Because we literally was just talking about this weekend, and we were in Washington D.C. Around the Police Accountability Act with a lot of the families of a lot of the mothers who have lost children to police violence, police murder. And we were talking about Khalif Browder just yesterday in the airport, talking about this very case and about the trauma that we sustain inside jail. Like, we don't get trauma counselors when we come out of jail.
No.
Like, we don't get any type of grief counseling. Or like, think about the world keeps moving when you're inside.
Yeah.
So one day is like a month. 3 years is a lifetime. Some people, and that's like, people don't understand what institutionalized means. Like, the more time you spend in there, the outside world just like sands in the hourglass. Just like, like
they call it being buried alive. It's like being buried alive.
And then everybody around you is changing. And like, if you have children and you go in and you come out, your children are walking, they might not recognize you. They don't know how to respond to you.
Your daughter has titties. Man.
Come on, you know what I mean? And then like, and if you're going into, like, for me, like you said, you went in when you was 19, right? You know,
21 the first time I did time, but I got my first time going to jail was like 14. No,
okay, yeah. So you know, so
I was a kid.
But these are our formative years. Like, the first time I got locked up, I was 17, right? And then so when we spending time in our formative years, so we're trying to figure out how to become young adults in a prison system that's denying you every possible right, every asset, anything that's going to be beneficial to your development as a human being. And then they just cast you back outside in society with no help, no therapy, no resources, nothing, and expect you to just get on fine. We're going to go back to the same shit that put us in there in the first place.
Why not?
Because it's the simplest shit.
Why
it's like,
wouldn't you?
niggas need money. We need to eat. We got to get housing, right? So how we going to do that? The way I know, I'm going to get this money.
I love this conversation because, like, this is a conversation I had with myself when I used to be angry at my dad, because my dad went to jail when he was like 16 and he was in and out my whole life. And I remember when I was in high school, I used to get mad, like, why is he always going back to jail knowing damn well I need him out here? You know what I'm saying? Then I went through like my political awakening where I realized, oh, he's a victim of the system.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? He literally grew up in prison. Got out, and I'm expecting him to be a father to me.
That's all he knows.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Literally,
man. He's
that's
out of
all he
jail.
knows.
That's what he's out to do.
And you know the jail, but ain't know you.
Real shit.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
But to your point, that's kind of one of the things we do at One Hood, Mona, is like we help to educate. This is like we kind of use hip hop culture as a way to bring people into a conversation about politics that they would normally have. So like Merrick was saying, in 2020, we was able to elect 5 judges, all women, and 3 of them were black women. They were all progressives. And we got with other organizations to kind of create this slate, but it was hard, right? It was like, there were like 30 judges on the ballot. So it was like, it was work to kind of come to people and say, vote for these 5 women. And they ended up, and I think the top 4 judges were all black. Allegheny County is only 13% black, but people don't really vote. And so we've been able to find out, like, if we can get just enough people to vote, we got a black mayor. Our city is not 25%. We're not even a fourth black.
Yeah.
But we were able to kind of build that community power. So that's what it is for us. Like, we just had Jeezy here, and Jeezy did a documentary called Hip Hop in the White House. And so we bring Jeezy in. So of course, there's going to be folks that come that just want to hear the hood stories from Jeezy. And he gave us some hood stories, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Jeezy. But it was like, we screened this documentary and he talked about his thing. So I think for us, we kind of see ourselves as a group that can maybe educate people about what folks is going on. And we work with, one of our brothers, Salim, who's in Philly, from North Philly, did 27 years, as a juvenile. He was given life without parole at 16. Now he's out, building and doing great things in his community. So I think that's kind of the role we see.
He's global.
Oh yeah, he's doing a lot. But it makes me, when you were talking about, like, he talks about, like, when he goes to prison and it has most of it has your release date, and his just said life.
Yeah.
And just thinking about, you're 16 years old and like, you're like, damn,
you can't even comprehend life.
All right, I'm never going home. You know what I'm saying?
No idea what life means at that point.
Crazy.
And what's crazy is just like, and Mona, I know you have the same.
It's funny that we're talking about all of this and like, because Kamala was supposed to be the person.
Well, that's where I was about to go with this. They look at people with criminal records and convictions as people who are just like cast away, right? And as politicians like ignore us. But you look at Donald Trump, his entire cabinet was criminals. His entire cabinet was convicted felons, and now he's a convicted felon. But yet the conversation has never come back around to what maybe this system is lopsided. Maybe the convictions are unjust for black people also. But no, instead they pass the buck on to the immigration thing, right?
Felons, but they not the kind of felons
No, they're white collar, right? They're white collar, right?
Go to jail.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they lose a vacation home, they keep the mansion.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? They
yeah.
still openly, and that's why.
But the conversation around felony still needs to be had. That not all felons. Right. You would think, right?
My father did 10 years. His father did time. It ruined me and my father. We still fucked up. And I remember when I had my first baby, I was like, yo, I'm never calling her from jail. And I didn't stop committing crimes. I just switched them. Like, 'cause I was so broke and I would make a lot of money.
Let's go.
I would make a money.
Let's go. Let's go.
I would make a lot of money.
Allegedly.
I would make a lot of money, like, because that's what I did. I went to out of town and I sold drugs. It's triple the money from where you from. So you buying it cheap from where you from, catching the bus or doing whatever. And, you know, I was like, I'm going to do a crime where I always get a bail. So I started like retail theft, like selling stuff, like reseller. And that was the most money I've ever made. Because what's different from that than like selling drugs, you're not buying nothing. There's no consignment, there's no nothing. All of it is yours. You got gas money in a ride.
Yeah.
Whatever you get is all profit.
Absolutely.
And I did that for years. I mean, years. In fact, I did not stop until like nothing made me like, oh, there's nothing about this country that makes me feel like I shouldn't break the law.
No, that's a fact.
I'm a real.
Can you say that one more time, please?
There is nothing.
A guy might be president that has 34 felonies.
There is nothing about
say it again.
Before Mr. 34 felonies,
Okay.
there is nothing about this fucking country that makes me not want to commit crime.
Shit.
That's a soundbite right there, yo. I need that on a shirt.
This is Farouk's favorite episode by far.
Yo, let's go. And if I have to reiterate it for any of the new viewers, I love crime. I love it.
We got into a big argument
I
over
stole the towels from the hotel I was just in.
Allegedly.
Why would you admit it? This is the problem.
They already sent the bill, man.
But you can still get charged after.
What is it? $15?
You needed towels?
If
it's there, I'm gonna take it. If it's there, I'm gonna take it. I need a towel.
Listen,
It's not about if he needs out. It's about that they're not locked
when
not
you
the
commit
soap.
crime,
Not
don't
the-
broadcast it.
Not the soap or the
Leave
shampoo.
Instagram
We took the
alone.
towels.
Leave social media alone. You don't.
I
okay,
always
Vlad.
say I am a real.
Okay, Vlad.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
goodness.
a
wait,
real
hold on.
American in the way of I'm violent. Like I will solve a problem with a fist fight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Still today.
I love this woman. Are you married?
That's what
Mashallah, listen,
Imagine that. Don't know, nigga. Look, can't take all this shit.
Listen, you said the match is right there.
But I'm serious. I've
that's
always
real.
been like a history buff, so I've always been like interested in history, and everybody committing crime here.
Yes.
Come on, man.
We all wrote. I mean, this is what the fuck is going on.
That's the American dream is crime.
It's the American way.
The American way, yes.
Real shit.
American
The
dream is to get
American
away
way.
with the crime.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the dream,
Yeah.
but it's the American way. I mean, let's talk about the Trumps. Donald Trump's a felon, right?
Come on.
Yes.
Donald Trump, great grandfather was a bootlegger. A bootlegger is a crack dealer.
Come on, man.
A bootlegger is Richard Porter. That's the same motherfucker.
Let's go.
But we play them games like it's a difference.
Yeah.
Did crack fuck up the hood? Yes, it did. Did fucking moonshine?
Alcohol?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Alcohol way worse than any drug out there.
Wasn't it illegal?
Come-
Didn't we have prohibition?
Come on. For whole years.
What's the number one killer in America as far as drugs? It's alcohol.
Alcohol.
It's
Not
not,
far. It's not even close.
it still ain't even opiates. Opiates is a huge problem. It's
Yeah.
still alcohol. So for me, it's never been a thing. Like it's like, so, look, if I can, why? I mean, if it's not a religious thing and a moral thing for you, what about this? I don't even understand people that don't break the law.
Yeah.
Like it's very. Like it just
What you mean you paying for that? Nigga, put that in your pocket
Fact.
and walk right out the door.
The line is out the door. You got to wait an hour to get these niggas $40.
You know what I mean? Not for nothing. Let me in here do my business.
Try your hand.
Come on.
Just give it a go.
You gotta at least try.
Take the towel.
Come on. Let me ask you a question, Mona. I do have. I know Miracle has a question. Let me ask you a question. That's hilarious.
Because we're light-skinned criminals? Is that why?
Miracle is a lawyer, Mona. Miracle is a lawyer. So
I'm gonna add stuff on here. Number one, why are you admitting crimes that you were doing? First
Because he's
of
talking
all,
to a criminal.
Come on.
Got to show off.
And it's under a certain amount, so it's not a felony.
Out here.
It still
active.
building a case. Listen. Oh my God! How many times have you been in the court? You should know better.
The DoubleTree is not building a case. They're not.
Come on, like,
Listen,
and it's under a certain amount, so they can't charge
If
me for
there's
felony.
a black
Right.
woman
Look at
there,
y'all.
There you go.
First
You're
of all,
smart. See?
Look,
This ain't my first rodeo.
We couldn't be
What
together.
is-
We being
no.
jealous.
I'll be Bonnie and Clyde.
Indicted on the
Bonnie and
law.
Clyde
You're
2024.
both wrong because what is the RICO? You don't have to have a minimum for that. Two people like that is a conspiracy.
Just
I'm trying to
crime.
save y'all. This criminals for
You know,
no
you know,
reason.
you want more light skinned people in jail, Miracle. You know that's exactly what you want. That's the only
better.
Is that what? So I did have a question for you, Mona,
sometimes the place to
because
help you get better
I
at jail.
talked to a friend of mine. So
appreciate you.
Or prison.
when the and we're when the last debate happened, when Biden and when Biden called Trump a felon, did you feel a certain type of way, or do you feel a certain type of way if it's like Kamala's a prosecutor, he's a felon, that type of that frame?
I ain't going front. I was not a fan of, and I say her name so weird because I don't want to mispronounce it. I wasn't a fan of Kamala. I definitely fell for the whole, she's a cop. I don't want to vote for a cop. I don't want to support a cop.
Right.
I definitely fell for that she would lock a bunch of niggas up. That her numbers were really high as far as arrests when she was like top cop in her state in California or whatever.
Yeah, she's AG. Yeah.
Yeah. So I fell for all that stuff, and I felt real stupid once because. I mean, literally, you can solve some of these wonders you have with Google.
Yes.
Real shit.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
not-
Say
and
that
not
again.
just-
Yeah. Say that again.
Not Facebook, babe.
Yes.
Not TikTok lover.
Correct.
Google, and then you should also cite your source. So, make sure maybe it's CNN that tells you.
Yeah.
Not a blog or your grandpa. You know what I mean? Or you just research some stuff and educate yourself and don't be afraid to ask a question.
Yeah.
But I felt dumb when I found out that she had so much like recidivism programs and
Yeah.
like that's what I'm interested in.
These are all
So,
things
like,
that I fell for also that I was learning about just
'cause
recently.
we anti-cop.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
it's like it'll take a while with us.
And it's not just that. It's just like we're still traumatized by that system. So the moment we even hear that you were on the prosecutorial side of it,
You on the other side.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're not on my side.
that's a fact.
But I fell for it. So when I did research her, I was like, damn, because I am a black woman.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my God, you almost fell for this.
And that's why she said, "Don't call me white girl."
Exactly. That's where the name comes
Come
from.
on, I got your back. Listen, we
I'm
locked
not,
in.
I'm not
we locked in.
the yellow girl that's like, oh, it's Indian in my family. I am black. I'm
Me
very
too.
proud of being
Yes, let's
full
go.
black.
Both
My
parents.
mother, you see my mother, you might think she's white, you might think she's Puerto Rican. If you say that to her, she will flip.
Yeah.
And this
Mine too.
nigga looks like a white girl. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah. We
She don't have as many
yeah.
features as I have. And listen, I never would break down. Let me tell you why. I would never break down like where the white comes from because of course it's white somewhere,
Of
right?
course, yeah, it's America, isn't it?
My mother's father, his mother was from Macon, Georgia, and she was getting by her boss, and she gets pregnant with this ginger, this half Irish baby, and she can't walk around with him.
Right.
Down south, she comes to Philly. She hates Philly. She leaves the window open every night, hoping this nigga would die in his sleep.
Jesus
She could
Christ.
go
Oh,
back.
wow.
He had a horrible life, and he looked like a white guy. But he a total nigga. He went to the war when he was like 20. He robs a bank in like France. He all yellow in the barracks, yellowest nigga. They like, you gonna give us that money? What? He pop a nigga. He do 10 years in military prison.
Oh shit! And
My grandfather was a gangster, and I didn't even know him. My grandmother was his side bitch.
Oh, wow.
In fact, he had kids with my grandmother and her mother. So we are related twice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he has a kid by my grandmother and her mother.
Oh. Wow.
And when he met my grandmother, she was 15. So that makes a
Oh
little
my
sense.
God.
Yes, wow.
that's some Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like,
definitely-
who would, it's
that
real
definitely
common back in the day, you'd be surprised, but who would like want to tell that? Or wanna,
Yeah. Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
to say, oh, it's some
Yeah.
Irish in my blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. I'm black.
Exactly.
I enjoy being a black woman.
That part, all of that,
I
all of
feel
that.
like lucky, like special,
Yeah.
Like we dance, we jump high, like we just cool.
We the shit.
like we really are.
The whole world moves
And we
off of
run-
what we say is cool.
exactly.
Like anything, yeah. The moment
Yo,
we
I
say this
just
shit is
watched
cool,
a
like
group of Asian niggas dancing like they was from Memphis. Like
Yeah.
we run. These motherfuckers never been to the
Real
country.
shit.
They dancing like they do deuce.
Yeah.
And there has been, not that anybody's called Farouk a white boy, but we did get some like,
oh, all the time. No, I mean,
Hey,
I got that. Yo,
can that guy say the N word? We did get a little bit of like, hey, Farouk is saying this. He actually,
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Miracles
Like,
actually had to come out and say a few times, like after I've left spaces, like, no, Farouk's black.
Yeah.
They do it to me all the time.
Yeah.
My name is Don't Call Me White Girl, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit rough time for light skins online. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that nigga that's from
Like-
the same city I'm from doesn't make it any easier.
No,
He doesn't.
niggas hate like Sweetie, even with the Ice Spice thing. Like
Oh, man.
when anything comes out with her, and not to mention, I
She's not
remember-
helping herself neither. Though.
She's probably not, but honestly, people not even picking sides. She's
Right.
just an evil yellow bitch.
Yeah.
That's just what she is.
People like Lotto though.
People do like
I
Lotto.
rock with Lotto.
Yeah, I like Lotto. Lotto can rap.
Lotto's
Lotto got bars.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rock with Lotto.
I feel like I kind of disagree. I feel like Lotto should be getting way more than what she get because
Yes.
Lotto worked
Oh.
since she was fucking 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lotto's been. Yeah,
And if
she-
that was a
yeah,
man
right.
making that quality of shit, she would
agree.
be huge.
Yeah.
She's not huge, I think, because of like local hate and shit.
I
I agree.
That's a fair assessment. I'm not mad at
Sweetie
that.
too. People hate Sweetie. How?
And she got the song of the summer.
But she make cute bitch music.
Exactly. Yeah.
She make like
Nani?
because I think Nani just did numbers in
Not-
that's
it
because
just-
the past Pacific Sun. It's from Abercrombie. Nobody playing that shit, but
Yeah.
it's that type of music like
Right.
Target.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean.
yeah.
Like I'm going to.
That's a pop hit. That is a pop hit right there. Yeah.
But it's like, why is she the corniest bitch in the world? Why?
Yeah.
Because she cute and I don't know. That's
But
just
have
my
you
personal-
experienced that? Like again, like you're somebody again. You've been viral a million times. Have you experienced that in the podcast space or that space where you felt like you got discriminated against, like because you're a woman or because of how you look?
I'm getting it more now than anything, but
Okay.
I think that's how it happens. The people love you in the beginning. They think you got some money or anything.
Yeah.
I remember a stylist dressed me, and this nigga put me in white Prada boots. They wasn't even mine. They hurt bad as shit. They was 8.5, some of 10.
Oh, come on now.
And no,
You know them European sizes are gonna do you grease every time.
every comment was like, "So proud of you, Mona. So proud of you, Mona Prada."
Yeah. Of course. You know, I clocked that. Yeah.
All they saw was the Prada boots. I'm like,
Yeah.
bitches, these are not mine. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, but that's how they do. They count your pockets, and a lot of people assume you make money because the video has 3 million views on it, or because. So it's like
They don't know how monetization works or any of the
Hell
splits,
no.
none of them things.
Hell no, man. Motherfuckers crack numbers all the time to make $1, especially if you don't know how to do it or whatever. So, like for me, like it really pisses me off when people play with me like that. Like, and I feel like I don't owe you no explanation. Like, I do owe you to say, no, I'm black. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm black. But it's like, bitch, I ain't gonna keep saying it. You better fucking Google some shit, bitch.
Yeah.
Like that.
You better Google it or something.
Come on.
You know what I mean? I post throwbacks sitting on my father black ass lap. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell
What do you say, Miracle?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah. Come on, bro. Come on.
Go ahead.
We stay here. First of all, I told you, listen, I said I represent the black people who don't have to put pictures of their parents to show their blackness. Farouk. That's
Oh wow.
The name
Who do you
drop.
think you're going to shame?
No, I'm just saying.
You-
Be proud of your
y'all
colorism.
Y'all always want me to fight with the
We
women
call Miracle the
on
light-skinned
this-
bully.
Yes, no,
She is.
I heard that earlier.
Yeah, she is.
First of all, let's talk about.
She hates
Not
light skinned
depending
people.
women against each
No,
other.
she doesn't hate light skinned
First of all,
people.
no, I don't hate light skinned people.
She doesn't
I
hate
made a joke that they were being very light skinned. I made
Yes.
one joke to him. I thought it was like a ha ha he joke.
Took it serious.
Did you
They did.
make one joke?
They did.
I'm saying, or did you have you been in this for years?
Light skinned brothers, they deal with that a lot.
So,
I
Mona.
didn't know, but you know how you make a joke and you don't know like people it hurt people's feelings until they bring it up like 2 days later.
You
It's
did
like,
not hurt
Know
my
what they
feelings.
went through on the playground.
Come on.
I
We have to get scars for ours. No, we the rebel.
No.
You had to fight.
Hell no.
That's a fact.
I've been
They gonna
fighting
test us.
since like
Ain't that
7
right,
or 8.
Austin?
Yeah.
Come on, Austin.
Yo,
Austin over
listen.
there. This brother got a black belt. This brother had to go get a black
Beat
belt.
niggas up because they would play with you.
I did not know the
People
light
think
skin
you
struggle.
soft. People think you soft when you light skinned, period. And you had to beat. I have
You
been
got- yeah.
fighting since I was like.
That's. I
7
mean,
or
Huey
8.
Newton was more militant because he was light skinned. Like a lot of us, you know what I mean? Like a lot of us
He's
are
on-
more
he's on
militant.
Detroit Red.
Super militant.
Yeah.
He's on
Listen,
Detroit Red.
y'all are doing a bit much. And he gets his get back from, so he runs through dark skinned women's hearts and breaks them.
Oh,
Because
shit.
Wow.
Drop a bomb. You gotta drop a bomb for that one.
Wow.
he gets get back. Okay?
I didn't know that one.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
He gets his reparations. He gets his reparations
And
through.
just serious.
Wow. Oh
Do you
my!
like dark skinned women? I love dark skinned men.
I love black women.
I think we like the opposite like
Black
that. I
women,
love
yeah.
dark
And then
skinned men.
the series
Like black.
What?
Black.
has all the light skin jokes and says them and then blames them on.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And be like,
I do.
this America's probably thinking.
I have. Look, this is probably the only time in my life that there was somebody lighter than me on the same show as me.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, I'm usually the lightest nigga since light bulbs. Like, it's like-
But I did want to tell you, Mona, Miracle has. You ever see the Family Guy color chart?
she has a Mona. She got
has
a blood
that,
clot
but she
color
reversed
chart,
it.
Mona.
She reversed it.
No, you
so
don't.
she reversed it.
It
So
was
the
a
darker.
gift. It was a gift. You're mad.
How was it a gift when you directed it be made? That's not a gift.
didn't.
That's an assignment.
The
person who made it might be here.
I said I would like this, and then I got it. Like, first of all, don't be mad that I get gifts and blessings from the Lord. Okay?
Oh my God! Don't bring God into this.
Did you have?
What if God's light skinned? What if God is light skinned, Miracle?
would
Damn,
not
God
be
is one of us?
light-skinned. God is all things, and that's
Oh, wow.
darkness.
Oh wow, yeah.
What if God was one of us?
Carbon is black.
Just a yellow nigga like us.
Clearly, y'all, you weren't listening to the NOI teaching.
Oh shit.
Clearly,
What? What?
clearly,
Hold on.
somebody wasn't
Farah
listening.
Muhammad is a light skinned. That's a light skinned black man. Elijah Muhammad. Farrakhan. All light. Let's go.
Y'all gotta prove your blackness.
Why
so you
is
gotta
this
be
turning into the
militant.
color war show?
Number one. Number two, the reason all of the older light-skinned people
Martin was light-skinned.
were fighting in military because they were using their privilege to fight for everyone else.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now.
That's a fact. No, that's what we
Using
doing
our
now.
privilege.
You maybe you using your privilege.
Are you using
Little
privilege?
terror demon is using it in a
His
different
privilege.
way.
Attack dark skinned women at their most sensitive and vulnerable states.
Damn.
Wow.
He's a Lawrence.
Say he pushing
He's
P.
a Lawrence.
Privilege.
I'm not a Lawrence. I'm definitely not a Lawrence. I'll let you know my intentions from the jump.
I want this episode to be titled "What If God Was Light Skinned."
Yo,
Man.
I'm sweating right now because this is great.
No,
This
it's
is
okay.
did you
must see TV.
Miracle Trouble. Did you have any questions for Mona?
I did because
Yes.
my first introduction to you was the "Why You Being Weird to Me" video.
That's my biggest video ever.
Yeah.
My,
Like literally ever.
Listen.
Like, I still make
Calm
money off that
Oh, shit.
shit. Came out all
That's not the video to introduce me to her.
You know who I'm talking to right now? Nardo Wick.
Okay.
To get it clear. And mind you, the nigga used it years ago. And I remember I DM'd him and I'm like, yo, what's up? That's my clip. And he was like, oh. Like, bitch, I don't care. And then now
He's on the label now. Yeah.
But it ain't him. It's like whoever running his shit.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to them now. That video from 2021.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
That's my biggest video ever.
Yeah.
That, listen,
It's crazy though when I
you know
think
how many
about it.
people have sent me that video?
Yo, it's like
Were they dark skinned, brother? Were they dark skinned women?
no, do you see how it was? He just wanted to let you know.
oh, so you give it
He
dick.
ain't shit.
That's what he wanted to let you know.
Wow.
I think I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
I think I'm a big
yeah.
You know what?
I had to let you know.
Are you
You
done?
better be dropping dick off of them. You better be.
Listen,
Don't let me down.
you see how I look.
shit.
Come on now. Who am I? Just a girl, I'm sugar.
No, niggas like you that
That's a-
look like that. I always assume y'all can't fuck.
That's a fact. And I get that all the time.
No shade.
And
you
that's
look like
why.
you can't fuck because you look good.
Right, and that's the thing. Oh, he's
You know
a
what,
pretty
knock
nigga.
your
He's
socks
gonna
off.
say,
That's how you get 'em.
You
That's how you. That's how you get
We getting
them.
vulgar today.
Let's go.
You know who will knock your socks
A
off?
skinny.
No. Ugly, Mr. Ugly, one-eyed, limp.
Oh wow.
He will eat your
Yeah,
butt.
he has
every
no
day.
choice.
He ain't got no choice. Yeah.
That's all he got.
He cares if you come.
Listen.
And he makes you come every day. Mr. Ugly.
But you cannot wife them up because then if you wife them up, they get a big head and they just
No,
do you dirty.
that's a
Oh,
rumor and that's a
days.
lie. I mean, they
Mr.
ugly niggas
Ugly.
my whole life. They treat you like
That is
queen.
hilarious.
They treat you great.
Man, listen.
I love ugly.
This is an amazing
I
episode.
would never.
So that's why he don't.
Hell no.
You said if you were ugly, you would treat
Yeah,
your
yeah,
women right.
yeah.
Oh shit.
No, not necessarily. But with me, it's like, I ain't even giving a cute nigga a chance. I'm just not. We walk to Target, they looking at both of us. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Get behind me. Nigga. Let me be the show off.
That's fine. That's fine.
You know what he is?
He a good side
He
nigga
the
though.
cookout date. He the nigga you bring to the cookout to show off.
Okay.
Like, yeah, bitch, this is what I could do.
Yeah.
But the Christmas nigga, the Thanksgiving guy,
Yes,
is the
yes.
ugly guy.
Yeah.
Gonna buy you the
Okay.
gifts.
He bringing plates and
He
food,
gonna buy you the gifts. He gonna make sure you're all good. Yes.
That's game. That's
How do
game.
you
bring
feel?
cups
How do I
or
feel?
silverware
I feel fine.
So you a barbecue date.
That's fine.
He don't give a fuck.
He ain't bringing no cups.
As long as
No.
you fucking.
Come on, that's it.
He ain't bringing no cups. No.
Listen,
He's
no.
smashing in the car on the way there.
And you're a Virgo, because
How you know?
Because I heard you say your birthday coming.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Come
And
on.
Virgo men are like,
You already know what we on.
yeah, y'all.
Yo, don't know the type of time we on. Come on.
Yeah, Virgos are intense. I dated a Virgo for years.
What time is it?
Yeah.
It's
I will
demon
say-
time.
I will say when a Virgo love you though.
That's a fact. We love hard as shit.
My Virgo has
Listen.
my name here on his arm, on his
Oh,
face.
okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we've been Virgo for years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
But like a Virgo, and I almost feel
And
like
you know who you are too. You know who you
yeah,
are.
I almost feel like even with him, like, because he's in a new relationship. I think he married now and everything.
Oh, wow.
But it's like, I know he.
You gonna
You,
have to,
you know he's spinning
you gotta
block.
change them
You know
tattoos.
he was
Like,
spinning
you
block.
ain't-
Come on, like
I
come on.
can't marry you if you got somebody else's name tattooed
Yeah,
on you. I
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
We gonna have to go get this cover up.
I'm so honest. Not only did she marry him with the tattoos, she moved in my house and slept in my bed. Like, because I always thought to myself, like, would I do that? Like, if I met a guy with a big house, because the guy with the big house, we broke up.
Yeah.
And she moved right in. I'm thinking, like, is that like dirty or am I like jealous? You know what I mean? Because like women
real.
around me will be like, what? Like she moved in, you know? I don't know.
You know your birthday twin wanted me to do that, Treble.
You don't get a new bed.
Okay.
Come on, I could first.
see.
Like, let's.
Mind you, I had a posture.
This is going to be out on the interwebs.
That's
Favorite.
fine.
That's an insider.
That's fine.
I said he's a Virgo, so not only did I not take the bed with me, I didn't get my shit for 2 years. And he put it in the garage where he wanted me to take. That motherfucker kept my grill in my Ninja.
How you not get your
blender.
shit back?
It's probably partly me, cause you know what I mean. Because I left like I don't need them drawers.
Exactly.
I'm just still.
Yeah, I'm saying the Aquarius is gonna
We're going to detach.
Yep,
But
this-
eventually-
absolutely.
We're going to detach.
I'm
Boom.
a sad.
Eventually, I was like,
That's
"Can I get my
different.
couch back?" And then he was like, "All right, I'm gonna pack whatever, you know." But it was like he chose what I took. Like he's a Virgo.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm a
And I was like,
Sagittarius.
"Thank you,
Yeah.
You
thank you so
decide
much,
Sagittarius, yes.
when you a Sag, you decide when you
thank you
leaving.
so much. Thank you
call
for giving me my
people.
socks back. Thank you."
Your friends and family come. You
Oh, they
clear out
already have. Oh,
everything that
before you even make the call, you clear it out.
clear out.
Then
and
you
take
say-
your stuff with
He
you.
kept the ring.
and then you write
You fucking right. I'm keeping that
and
ring.
then you write your
So
little
petty.
Dear John letter.
So
You
petty.
put your Dear John letter.
Oh
on the
wow!
table,
You
and
said
then leave.
you said no
that is
no face to face.
Keep
You
the ring.
said
Take the stone out.
You
Give it to
gonna read
another
about
bitch.
this?
Come on.
I will.
Now you playing quick maps.
No,
That's a chess game. Let's go.
Efficiency.
So then, what
Come
bet
on.
did you have after that?
No, but listen. Well, Miracle at first.
I
when
love
first
her.
left- when I was first going viral, I was sleeping on the floor because I left. I lost everything. So when I first started, it was like a whole new life for me. And I remember I got the kids' room together, and I'm like, as long as they cool, I don't care. I slept on the floor for like 10 months.
Wow.
So when I was going viral and I was with my favorite game or whatever, if I looked like my posture was fucked up because I was sleeping on the floor.
Wow.
You know, bitch
Wow.
ain't
When I
never been.
first moved to Pittsburgh, I was sleeping on the floor. Like a family
Wow.
member, I like stole money from us, so I had like no money when I moved to Pittsburgh. I came here for law
Look at
school,
you now.
and I was just
trips every week.
I'm about to say.
it's for
up?
my mental health and well being.
Absolutely,
that I have to
absolutely.
You on next level
travel.
shit. You know
Trips
what I'm
every
saying?
week. Yeah. It's a
Treat
blessing.
yourself well, baby.
Absolutely.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
Oh yeah, treat
I just acted very immature.
you
for
look
my
like a
age.
baby girl. I thought you was 21.
So did you have any questions, Trouble?
I had a couple comments. I don't know if
Okay.
there could be questions, but I'm
Okay,
just
break the
saying,
comments
fam.
down. Yes.
So the first was my introduction to you was on Funny Marco because you're the first person on his show that I felt
Wore his
like
ass out.
he
fuck
met
with
his match. Facts.
And
I
he
was like, yo,
says it,
she
which
funny
is
as hell.
cool.
Yeah.
Because he's like midway with the dumb suit on, like, you fucking me up.
Yeah.
Like, he just said it like the morning, what the fuck? And then it was 2 parts, and I really
Yep.
fucked him up.
I watched both parts. Yeah,
And, it
facts.
was, and mind you, it's a room full of people like stand up, almost everybody rolling. I fucked up. I think that's probably one of the best episodes that he had.
Yeah,
I feel like
real
it didn't
shit.
get what it should have got because it was really, really good on both our ends. He was funny
Yeah.
too.
And I
but
remember
yeah.
after that, I was like, yeah, I gotta follow her because she's dope. She's funny as hell. Like, cause every interview I watched from Funny Marco, I'm like, yo, like he's tripping him up. Like, I was waiting for him to meet his match for real. And then you came along. I'm like, yes,
Yeah, fuck Marco
let's
up.
go.
He know
Facts.
too. He know.
But I also wanted to say something about. I was watching a segment of one of your podcast episodes where you were talking about how like you didn't know if Kamala would be able to beat out someone who just got shot.
Yup.
And like I remember
white
when,
man.
yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember when he first got shot at.
And what day was that he got shot?
that was my birthday.
Yes, he got shot on your birthday. God gave you a birthday present.
Yeah.
Facts. And I
And the
was
nigga
like,
grew the ear back.
yeah, facts.
He grew the ear back.
Crazy.
I
I
remember
think that was
thinking,
real though, honestly.
no,
I don't.
No, I
In a
definitely
couple
think
years,
that was
this won't
staged.
come out.
Yeah,
gonna come out,
Yeah,
bro.
it's yeah.
And the nigga died for it, which is crazy.
That's super
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean,
But
it's DT though. Come on.
yeah, and I remember thinking the same thing. Like, I think he got this. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like this kind of swayed the election into
People were so
right
mad
into
at
his
saying.
hands.
People were so mad, and it was like, yo. First of all, my mother's the smartest person I know, and I talked to her. My mother said, "Damona," because what I thought was they gotta find a white boy to be him because this black girl can't be him.
Right.
They don't like
That's
her.
what
They
I
think
thought,
she's
too.
a whore.
Yep.
They gotta find somebody, and I said that. And I kid you not, like the next day or the day after, they did that fucking Zoom with all them black women.
Yeah, yeah.
They made $4 million in
Miracles there.
hours. And then the white girls double back the next
Yeah,
day. 'Cause
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, it's a known thing that the white women let everybody down with Hillary.
Yeah.
I was a fan of Hillary and the stiff ass Bob and the corny blazer. If she would have, honestly, if she had a stylist and she changed her hair in the blazers, she would have had a better chance because we're very visual people.
True.
But I like Hillary, you know, and people felt like the white girls let people down with that in that situation. And then white bitches was like, fuck that, we gonna show y'all this time. And they do their own Zoom, they come up with $1 million in 24 hours. They on there like, we shall overcome.
Yep.
You know, they in there singing Negro spiritual. And then I was like, yo, this got the people behind it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And then I seen the energy of it, and I come from a family of deltas, and I know how them sorority bitches rock.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, on the fact that this nigga is literally,
They're just educational gangbangers.
oh,
Yeah,
for sure. I mean,
pretty
they
much.
bloods. Like,
Yeah, come on.
You know what I mean? Like, they ain't gonna poke you up, but they probably get you fired if you
Yeah,
start some
1,000%.
trouble at the job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
I mean, my aunts that are deltas, them bitches don't, like, when I ask them questions, they be like, girl, like, we would never tell you. You know,
Yeah.
like, they really, like,
You ain't one of us. Yeah.
weed. Anyway, for me, like when I saw that, then I was like, oh, she has momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, damn, maybe she can do it or whatever. And then I found myself kind of getting excited too. But people were so mad that I said that, but I don't think people understood what I really meant. It's like he gets shot and then he does this with blood on his face. That's a hard image to beat.
That's a hard image to beat.
People,
Yeah.
people, they already his fan base or his supporters, they already are like they build on lies easily. So imagery is fun. Do you know how much shit they sell with like Donald Trump walking with Jesus? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Remember him? Jesus Christ.
I never understood that, but yeah.
He's a gangbanger preacher. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm not a very religious person, so I just that's something that just goes over. But Tamia, who is one of our social media managers, said that she loves you.
Yes.
Oh, hello
You
to
are
me.
her biggest. She is.
We tried to fly her in,
but Delta
today.
The Delta tarmac apparently planes
Yes.
crashed.
We're going to FaceTime
Oh, wow.
her later.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But yes, she said she
I
loves
love
you.
doing that with people that love me.
Hey.
She's it's like she watches all your podcasts, and she was very mad that she could not
Yes.
be here. So she told us we had to, or we were all going to get fired.
She's
if
right
we did not, if we ourselves did not shout you out. But I did want to ask because you talked a lot, and I think one of the because of the Kids for Cash scandal here, you made a video about that, like,
Yes,
as
girl.
well.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, because here in Pittsburgh, we're about to open up our juvenile detention center back open. Adelphi is the people who are going to be running it. The former judge basically demanded it would be reopened, and then kind of like a secret backroom deal is here. We shut it down. Now it's back. Can you talk a little bit about like why you felt it was like so important to tell people like people are literally buying spaces and making profit off of sending kids?
Miracle, that's a really good question.
That was my serious voice. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Well, what happened was, it was, I don't know, I was living in PA at the time, in Wilkes-Barre. I used to call it the butthole, Pennsylvania. I don't talk like that anymore. But I was living in Wilkes-Barre, and a lot of my cousins from North Philly came, and my little cousin Marshonda, her and her friends got in a fight at the park with grown-ups. The grown-ups beat the shit out of them. The grown-ups were smart enough, because up there, everybody's from Jersey, Philly, New York, people Bloods, Crips, people told rats up there. That's just how it is. And they bumped into some New York grown niggas and they got beat up. You know, they were kids. And the grown-ups were smart enough to leave. So that when the police came, they were the only ones there. The police charged all the kids. The newspaper came out and talked to them because they had black eyes and shit. I remember it was front page, one of her girlfriends with a black eye. She went to court. I never forget my cousin, Miss Will. Shout out to my family. I can't forget talking her out of getting a lawyer. Like, I might have had to pay for it too. So I was like, no, you don't need that, because Marshonda was an honor roll student. She was a really good girl. And I'm like, this is her first charge. This is stupid. It made the paper that got black eyes. The judge that went to jail, what was it, Shepard? He was her judge. It was rumored that his daughter, and I swear to God, that was the rumor with all the judges out PA then, that their daughter got strung out by some out-of-town boyfriend with drugs and they hated out of town. There's always this weird story behind shit. And he gave her like 6 months in jail. She had never been in trouble. And I couldn't wrap they had to drag us out. We were like shocked. And like I felt so guilty because I was the main one. Like, and I remember going out and getting her all these clothes and shit, because I just had to do something. She's a really good girl, so she got out in 6 months. A lot of kids don't have that story. They stuck in that bitch. But we were affected by that. So when that nigga went to jail, it was like, oh my God. Like, of course this was the scam, because no black kid went in front of him and didn't go to jail. I don't give a fuck what it was for. You could have been a runaway with abusive parents. Even the white kids went. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you didn't have a family support, you ain't had no money, you was going to fuck to jail.
Michael Cohen and Mark Civarella.
Is that the name?
Yeah, were the two judges, yeah.
And it's like, because I think his friend opened the jail, so they doing his deal, 20,000
Right,
kid, and they racking it up on kids. And of course, the facilities aren't ran well. Nobody has an education. Motherfuckers getting beat up. Motherfuckers getting tortured. People putting kids in solitary confinement. Just bullshit in these facilities, you know. But that's why I told the story, because it fucking affect me. A lot of the stuff that I talk about affect me. It's not like I'm just coming from a place where I see this is wrong. No, this happened to me.
Wow, that happened to you. Yeah, your family.
I sat in a courtroom and watched them take my little cousin to jail for nothing. So it's like, you know, it's like I gotta tell people, because I feel like it's kind of unbelievable in a way. Like, you don't even believe it's real until you kind of experience it or whatever, or at least somebody comes and put it in layman terms for you or whatever. And that's what a lot of the shit that I talk about. It's just like, I gotta tell my people. I gotta let them know. You know what I mean? Because it can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's no different. I think a lot of people get real judgy on shit because they think it can't happen to them, but it can. Especially as a black person in this country, really anything can happen to you, for real, for real. I mean, especially imagine the people that live in them fucked up ass towns where everything's so corrupted.
Yeah.
Remember when, what was the boy named Mike? What was his last name? The one that got into the little fight convenience store and then the police.
Oh, Mike Brown. Ferguson.
Yeah, Mike Brown. Yeah.
Ferguson.
They looked into Ferguson. The arrests were so like lopsided.
Yeah. The
You know,
DOJ
you
had
get-
to come in there. Yeah, the FBI had to say that this is all fucked up.
You would get a traffic ticket and you be the fucking jail.
That was wild part. They just did this. They just celebrated. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That was 2014. They just celebrated
That's
the
when I
10-year
graduated high
anniversary.
school.
Mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And it's like, you a person that live like that. You don't have the money to move, or you don't know nobody from out of. That's what you think this life is. You know, you get like kind of used to shit like that. But
No, it's real.
it's crazy. It's and again, it ties into the whole thing with like why would a black person not be a criminal? Like, why not? I never got it. Like, it's not set up for us to win, and it's so fucked up. But then in a way, I always felt like a statistic after jail, because I know how many people make money and how many people made money off of my back and shit like that. So, you know, it's like a tug of war for me sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, and that's real. And I think like what makes you relatable is that you speak to both sides. Like obviously, clearly, like highly intelligent, very well read, but also, you know, we can get a little ratchet too. And I think like,
You got to balance the righteous and the righteous.
right. And I think because you're just really you, like, this is me, I'm giving you who I am. That's what makes those videos go viral, because you're not putting on an act or a character, like you're you.
I never thought nobody would think I was smart. Like I'm friends with Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals is smart as fuck.
Right.
And it's like, she thinks I'm smart. Like, that's how we got cool. It's like, I never thought that people would think I was smart or even recognize my intelligence and shit. So I appreciate that, you know,
Absolutely.
that people see it out, you know. And I'm somebody that I want to learn. So I'm going to educate myself. Like, I have attention deficit disorder, so I'm not somebody that really can sit down and read a book, but I can watch a 3-hour documentary.
Right, yeah.
How about
yeah.
turtles?
No,
Like,
Yeah.
I like
my-
turtles.
My favorite
Not squirrels.
kind of movie is a documentary. That's my number one. Like, I don't watch I watch documentaries all day long.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
how I kind of educate myself, even though sometimes that's kind of because depending on who the documentator is, they might give you their view on.
Yeah, right. It's all propaganda.
Right,
It's all media.
right. It can't be.
Plus, like people
Facts
don't.
are facts, though.
Yeah, people don't realize how much intelligence goes into comedy. Like you have to be a certain level.
Comics are the smartest people in the world, in my opinion. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to be quick on your feet. It's so crazy. My daughter was having trouble in school, and she was saying how the girls talk. Some of the girls talk shit to her, and she want to talk shit back. And she was like, I don't know what to say to her. And I know the little girl, and I'm like, that bitch look like a snail. You don't know what to say to her. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, I'm saying what I would say. Boom, boom, boom. And she like, Mommy, I can't do that. Like, she like, yo, no, I know that's true. Like, yeah, like, that's funny. But, like, that's what you do, Mom. Like, I can't really do that. Like, you know? And I'm like, well, just say your mother's a whore. Like, just keep it simple. Your mother's a whore.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Well,
keep it simple.
we
I try to teach my kids to be morally correct. You know what I mean?
This is why God ain't give me children yet, because that's the type of time I would be on.
They would be criminals. They would be child criminals.
This kid, she was like, I'm trying to do gentle parenting and you're making it hard. And the little boy said, well, if you want to try gentle parenting, you should have gentle kids. So again, these children be trying it.
Girl,
They will try it.
It's videos out on TikTok. 'Cause I'm like a little bit obsessed with TikTok. I hate to admit it. I'm late, but where people are doing gentle parenting and then real parenting, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Sit down and get out of that refrigerator.
Yeah.
Sit down and get out that refrigerator. Get the fuck out the refrigerator.
exactly.
Get out the refrigerator.
Exactly.
For me, I'm just super honest with my kids. Like,
Beautiful.
I had Amina 3 weeks out of jail.
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
She was my cellie. I would talk to her. I'd be like, "We gonna get out of here, girl." Like that was my
Yeah.
She knows that. Like I'm honest with them. Like, yo, you'll go to jail. They'll lock your cute ass up quick. You know.
Show you right.
I mean, I need my daughter to know you date a drug dealer, you might get shot with that nigga.
Yeah.
I just need my daughter. Even you hang with gangster girls, you gotta fight. Like I'm very honest with my kids. I remember my son. It's not looking good for my son. My son's in love with this girl, and she's mid, to say the least. She's not that good.
Oh my God.
They're in third grade.
National.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's
She
not.
said they're in third grade.
They're in third grade. And
Christ.
his father confirmed, because he went on a school trip and said, "Yo, this little bitch ain't even that cute. I'm in here with her now." But my son is obsessed with this girl. I kid you not.
hilarious.
No.
He got 4 bracelets on, crusty as shit.
Damn.
And I said, damn. I said, like, you had them bitches on all summer. He said, like, I've had them on since March. And I said, where did you get them? And she gave them to him. So this nigga, like, wears them. Valentine's Day, I think he spent like $50 or $60 on this bitch. And the reason why I'm not a fan of her,
Calling a grade 3 girl a bitch.
I don't care. And the reason why I'm not a fan of her, she has dated everybody in that school.
Oh, wow.
Everybody in that fucking recess.
Oh wow.
Not the class, the recess.
Wow.
Baby girl get around.
Wow.
Except for my son.
Yeah.
She keep friend zoning my son with 360 ways, whore. Clearly you're not paying attention.
Shit.
But my son's so dumb, he chasing this little ugly bitch around. And they don't do nothing but make me feel away. Because he got lips like his mother, and he got waves from the top of his head to the bottom of his head. My son is very handsome. He looks just like me.
Hilarious.
Oh my God. Oh.
Wow. Well,
That has to take us out. That has to take us out right there.
something for everybody.
Something
Well,
for everybody.
So
But you know what? If he gets his heart broken now, maybe he'll have
Yes,
to
he
learn
will
this
turn.
lesson
Breaks his
later.
heart every Wednesday, Miracle, when
oh,
she's
wow.
holding hands with another nigga.
Wow.
Oh.
Friend zoning him.
When
Wow.
does he go to, like, don't they switch schools at some point?
Yeah, he got 2 more, I think another
okay.
year. 1 more year.
One more year.
So only 1 more year,
One
and
more
then
year.
now he'll want to
And
go
he
bad,
can find
bad,
somewhere
a bad and bougie fifth grader.
We trying to land this plane, Miracle.
Well,
So
you know what? She's the one who brought it up.
So people that are watching, you know what I'm saying? And we're on YouTube, Facebook, also on Free Speech TV. For the folks that watch us on Free Speech TV, how do they find you?
My name is Don't Call Me White Girl. I am always deleted on social media, but if you Google me, you will find me. My podcast is under my name, Don't Call Me White Girl. And I'm on everything, Twitter, TikTok, everything. Just spell my name out. You'll find me on there somewhere.
Absolutely. And we do have a segment called White Pages about books that you can read to educate yourself. And it's wow. This is like right in line with what we talked about America, goddamn. Violence, black women, and the struggle for justice. You know what I'm saying? This is like right in line what we talked about. This is my homegirl, Treva Lindsay. You know what I'm saying? At Ohio State. Shout out to Treva, you know what I'm saying? Doing great things as well.
Remember when Jeremiah Wright said, "Goddamn America"?
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
I love
Last
Jeremiah.
question.
Yeah.
What
That's
is
another
bring-
light skinned
Oh my
militant man.
God. Whatever.
Jeremiah Wright. Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
Just get your little roster up. It's fine. What is bringing you joy?
Right now, probably just making people laugh. Really, still.
I love that.
Yeah.
It does. It makes me happy, especially on stage. It's a different feeling you get on stage. That and like my kids, I think the most fun I have is when I'm surrounded by all my children, and they just shooting shit, talking shit. My son is the one I was just talking to. My son, he is hilarious. He used to go viral all the time. I stopped posting him when me and his father split. Just I felt like it wasn't fair to like had his viral kid if he wasn't really trying to do that.
Yeah.
So I just didn't do it, but he could do stand up. The nigga, he's funny when he's trying to be funny.
That's hilarious.
And that kids are not.
That's hard, yeah.
Kids say,
Yeah.
watch this and do some bullshit. And you got to be like, decent. Bullshit ass cartwheel you need to work on. Be honest with them children. Say that ain't even a cartwheel.
I love this.
But no, like so yeah.
Beautiful.
That's
Thank
what's
you.
up.
Final words. Do you just have some words to share?
Just never lose sight. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be here.
Come on.
I'm rooting for Farouk to be Mona's kid's stepfather right now.
Okay.
Hey.
So
I thought you were gonna say you're rooting for everybody light skinned.
Yeah, that's not what you did.
I kind of
Farouk ain't raising nobody kids.
That's a fact.
He might be my man, but he ain't raising no children.
There you go.
Shit.
Tell him I said hi, but I ain't taking him nowhere.
There we go. Straight like that.
Take him to the gym.
Top left.
Take him
Come to the gym with me.
Stand and videotape me
Yeah,
while I do
yeah.
these pals and curls.
Pass me them dumbbells, little nigga. Pass me them dumbbells. I need the 15s, nigga.
Final words, Farouk.
I love you, Mona. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming
Thank you
here.
for
Yeah.
being here with us.
They treated me really well. I need to say that.
Yeah.
Treated me really well. They didn't put me on spirit.
Me too, man.
We gonna treat you like the star you are.
No, y'all were
Absolutely.
so seriously, y'all were so kind. Yeah, I do have final words. Fuck the police.
Come on.
Like
Free
that.
Thugger, free Swanee, welcome home Fats, free Mumia, yeah. Free the jails.
Yeah.
Free up order man them. Free up order man them.
Free 'em all.
Free 'em all.
Free them all. Brick by brick.
Wall by wall.
Let's go.
Peace. This week in White Supremacy, y'all. One hood.